13 days since I posted my last video. Naive is probably an understatement when it comes to moving your family into a new house. Other countries, hence winter, and not only that, it's perfectly timed with the new release or leaked photos or whatever it might be of the big. Guys, how you doing? Welcome back to a brand new video. It's Simon down here in the house. Naivety is an understatement when it comes to how much work it takes to take a house, to make it a home. We've done a lot of work. I'll show you a quick glimpse of what we've obviously done to the house, but that is why I've not been posting for 12 days. But we've got some updates. I've been keeping an eye on the market. I haven't really been buying, I haven't really been selling. As I say, basically 7 to 7 every day is basically getting this place ready so the kids can live here. We've lived here since Thursday last week, and I want to start videos again from Monday, but again, there was just so much stuff and I find it difficult to make videos. Basically, I get a video idea in my head, and until I complete that video, I can't really think of anything else, and when everything gets in the way, I find it extremely difficult. It's just the way my method or my practice or my mindset is when it comes to creating videos. But we're starting again now. I'm not going to promise how many videos I'm going to get done between now and Christmas, but I definitely feel like I'm going to be able to upload more. I've got loads of ideas. That's a good thing about obviously not posting for quite a while. And yes, exciting images. I'll show you one here. James in the Payhim group put this, found it on Reddit. Stealth driver, potentially not going to be the new driver. Here's another one, the burner one, which they do look quite similar. So I mean, it probably is going to be a case of that is going to be the new driver for TaylorMade in 2022. But that's not really what I'm concerned about. I want to show you some bids and listings that I was trying to get yesterday, didn't get them. But what does all the new releases of the new clubs do to the X demo specifically, and then for your guys' golf bags, because there's some great deals winter in terms of changing from my tactics from last year to winter to going into summer and all that good stuff. So, if you like this video, leave it a like, subscribe if you're new. I'll quickly give you a tour of what I've been doing to justify the fact that I haven't posted in near on 2 weeks. And yeah, let's get straight into the video. I did, however, pick up this bad boy yesterday in Newbury, £90 for this putter. Scotty Cameron with the original head cover. Grip has been changed from the original, but it's one of those kind of traditional slimline Golf Pride grips, which do go quite well with these kind of putter styles because the heads aren't massive. And I paid £90. I'll show you the listing on Facebook here. And the condition of it is exceptional. Probably one of the best in terms of condition I've seen for this particular model. Now, this isn't new. This is very old. But I checked on eBay listings, just like I always do when I go and find stuff. And I'm quite shocked and surprised at how much these actually do go for in terms of resale value. And I think it's all down to the condition. I've seen these go for 100 or 110. And I have seen some recent listings of £250 for this putter. Now, just like any good putter, if you find the one with the right length and lie angle, whatever it might be, and obviously Scotty Cameron is known for making exceptional tools when it comes to the putting trade. It doesn't really matter, like a £200 putter this year might not necessarily be better than a 50 quid putter from 15 years ago, but these are quite sought after. And again, I'll get into more of that. What clubs are kind of keeping their resale value, because I'd say this is probably still keeping its resale value because there's not that much supply of them in terms of condition, and what is heavily being dumped on in terms of value. And I think there's a lot of pro shops, a lot of club fitters ready to offload all their equipment in anticipation of the adverts and the marketing campaigns from the big boys of all the 2022 stuff to come out. But yeah, I thought I'd show you this little guy that I picked up yesterday. Probably the first pickup I've had in about 2 weeks, but obviously, hopefully that will change. Here's the living room. I'll try and show you a before picture. I'm not quite sure what I actually got last time when I did the ping video. Obviously, I'm now going through that listing, trying to get those all cleaned up, individually listed. But this is exactly where we are. Obviously, we've painted everywhere. The walls, the roofs have all been plastered as well. Kitchen room hasn't really been done. Kitchen hasn't really had that much done to it, apart from obviously just appliances. All my appliances, I mean, this is going completely off, but all my appliances, Facebook Marketplace. I think I spent about £400 on tumble dryer, washing machine, dishwasher, fridge, the lot of it. So I'm quite actually pleased about that. So I don't actually just buy second-hand golf clubs, I buy second-hand absolutely everything. As you can see, starting to list the golf clubs at the bottom there. I would show you the utility room, but if you guys that have a utility room will know that is just a dumping ground for our house, so there's probably not much point in actually having a look at that. Carpet's been all done, so hopefully I'll show you an old image of our carpet. It was this lovely shade of green that we had, and even though my green is my favorite color, didn't quite fancy it for the house itself. This is Axel's room. As I say in the last video, he's never owned furniture. That's the only furniture he's ever owned, bless him. So we've got a few more additions now for obviously his room. Now these aren't going to stay white. We're not heartless parents. They obviously will be able to decorate their rooms, but obviously being both under 2, they're not quite sure what they want yet, and obviously well, we need to buy some stuff for their room, bless them. But yeah, pink, blue, very generic for the kids' room, and then mum and dad's room, just a load of rubbish, again, dumping ground, but we've got the bed in there, which is great, and obviously curtains up, that up, and we've got rid of this pink colour, pink and green. Interesting choice. Obviously the previous owners loved it, we didn't necessarily love it as much, so obviously we've changed it. Interestingly, if you guys ever wanted to know what I watch on YouTube, I watch resale videos, go figures, thrift shop stores, not necessarily golf, video games, collectible cards, antiques, whatever it is. I love American Pickers, I love just any kind of condition, any program that involves buying stuff that's just been in the back of a garage, and obviously seeing the value and the art and the love and everything else that goes into it. So that's Phoenix Resale. Go and check him out. I find him quite interesting. But yeah, if you've ever wanted to know what I watch, that's exactly what I watch. So this time of year pretty much happens like clockwork each time, and I think it's very valid that you guys know, especially you guys that are new to the golfing scene, knows what happens. Obviously a lot of you guys have started this year to see golf prices just be extortionate, very expensive, all the old stuff, new stuff, everything else. However, we're getting cold and we're getting wet, and it is now winter in England and a lot of other countries, hence winter, and not only that, it's perfectly timed with the new release or leaked photos or whatever it might be of the big boys, Callaway, Ping, TaylorMade, Titleist, Mizuno, whatever. And you're not necessarily got a lot of people buying clubs, because obviously they might be doing a bit at the range, it might still be playing, but there's not that massive influx of people in terms of supply and demand. I want to show you the screenshot that I found the other day. Callaway Epic Demo Fairway Sale. This is obviously a professional seller, and you can see how many X-Demo clubs. They're exactly the same as normal clubs. They normally get them at 40% off in terms of trade. So say a driver, which you probably don't know, the Epic Speed probably costs, I don't know, £300 at trade, and then obviously they get 40% off that, so then you're probably looking around like the £220 mark. Therefore they want to offload it before the new stuff then comes in. Normally a lot of pro shops at the moment will be getting the pre-books, and they'll have to order £10,000 worth of Callaway or Ping or TaylorMade, whatever, and they obviously get some discount here, there and everywhere, but obviously they need to get that money in to obviously get the pre-book, so then they sell all the X-Demo stuff off. And this is just one place, and there's going to be a lot of places around the country that are going to be looking to offload all their X-Demo stuff, and it probably goes to show why when I still got outbid, but let's have a look at 3 Radspeed drivers that I tried to get yesterday for this video. I didn't get a hold of them, but I didn't really want to pay any more. That's not the point of the channel. But I want to show you these kind of figures and what you should be doing and what you should be looking out for. Okay, so this was number 1, £150 at 20 seconds left, 4 bids, and I was thinking maybe this was like 9 o'clock in the morning, so that's the first tip. You need to be looking throughout the day, but obviously save it to your watches, maybe set an alarm. eBay's not great at reminding you. So I put in £155, I believe, and then automatically got outbid to 160. I didn't particularly want to go any more than that in terms of the club itself, because it didn't have the best shaft or head. I was kind of looking for a much lower degree and stiffer flex, because they kind of hold their prices a lot better. But the fact that person got it for £160 is pretty ridiculous. But then I realised, hang on a minute, the seller's selling 4 more others. So I went through and obviously I had to look at what else they were selling. This was another one. Radspeed 10.5, this had 48 seconds left, and it had the starting bid, like no one else has bid on this. So I was thinking, actually I might be able to snap this up for £150, which I thought was great. The conditions used, but it's basically been hit in a studio. We're not talking excessive amounts of use. We're not talking about major ball marks. There's not going to be dirt and stone caught and scratching these heads. Obviously, you're not getting a head cover, but you could easily get a head cover for £15, £20 if you wanted to get a matching one, whatever it might be. But again, unfortunately, I got outbid on this one as well. The point that I am making is that it's not this specific type of golf club or driver or hybrid, fairway, brand, whatever it might be. It's this particular time of year, and it's pretty much only this time of year where you're going to get exceptional discount on brand new stuff, i.e. the 2021 gear. You're going to have an incredible amount of pro shops and suppliers that are going to offload all that ex-demo stuff, and because the demand isn't necessarily here, then obviously you're going to get a great discount. Now, the prices will go back up. So if you want to buy a Rad Speed and you get lucky, don't get me wrong, like if you go buy it now on them at the moment, for example, it's going to be like £250. But if you're looking at auctions on eBay, that is where I am looking currently at the moment. I'm not on Facebook as much. People aren't selling. People aren't going through their garages. People aren't swapping, upgrading, whatever it is. And I'm sure you guys have probably found that over the last 4 or 5 weeks. It's kind of dried up. Facebook was the best place because people were clearing their garages and going, you know what, golf clubs take them away from me. And the demand was up here. So then obviously you're getting a lot of value there. That's not happening. But on eBay, in terms of the newer stuff and a few miscellaneous bits and bobs like job lots, that is exactly where you should be looking, and that is where I'm currently looking at the moment. Again, there was another driver, 9 degree. This is pretty much exactly what I was after, but sadly, again, this one went as well. I think I went for 165, got outbid 165.05. That person got that driver for. And again, great value. This driver, again, 8 months, was £350. Half the price within 8-9 months, and this happens every year. So just keep it on your radar if you're looking to try a new club, sell it on maybe in the summer, keep it in the bag if you get on with it. Just thought you guys would like to know. Lastly, I'm sure you guys probably want to know my thoughts on the Stealth TaylorMade driver, if that is what it's going to be. I mean, as I say, James, thank you for obviously letting me know in the Pay and WhatsApp group, but whether that is the case or not, we don't know, but it looks very genuine. It looks very much like a TaylorMade driver, and as you look at the second picture, obviously it looks like a grill on the face, carbon face, twist face, whatever that means. It's interesting, obviously, how big this is actually going to be. Obviously, the rules when it comes to the game are so strict. What they can actually produce is virtually negligible, and also a well-centered hit out the middle will far outsurpass any technology over the last 10 years out of the toe and heel. So unless you're hitting 90% of your drives out the middle of the club face every time, do not concern yourself with ball speed off the face. But it looks good, it looks clean, it looks sleek. Will it be worth £500 when it comes out, or 449? You obviously know my thoughts on that in terms of value of money to actual performance, but I think it looks good, I think it looks clean, and I think it means that you're actually going to get the Sim 2 and the Sim at a very reasonable price. The Sim at the moment, £150, something like that. The Sim 2 coming down to £249. Again, when these get released in marketing, let's not forget the Sim in the summer was going for £240. Now you're getting the Sim 2 at the same price now. They'll slightly rise come April, and then you'll see that steady progression down. But I think it looks good. I think it looks clean. By all means, what they actually do and produce, I'll be very excited to see if there is any difference, but I'd probably hedge a bet that there's not going to be much. Guys, if you like this video, leave it a like. Subscribe if you're new. Catch you guys later.
Morning, Tom. Hope you're doing well. Good afternoon, mate. Well done on the lesson. And
Evening, Alan. Not a problem at all. And
testing the G30s and afternoon, gents. On my way to the lockup. Go pick up the Mura iron.